This is the old St. Rita's Church. How long have you had this here, Margaret?
It was in 68, 1968. We were the only one to put a bid in, $25.
So tell me how you got it here.
See where it's all nut and bolted on those joists? Took the nuts and bolts out, laid it down flat, put it in the back of the dump truck and brought it over here. And then put it back up, nuts and bolts together.
You've got a picture of this with some people in the windows. Tell me about that picture.
That picture is of my 4 children, Joe, Mary, Bernadette, Dave, myself, and my ex-husband. And that's who was all living here when we got it.
Why did you want this?
I don't know. But we sold the windows because I knew that the windows would get broke. They were all stained glass windows. So I sold them individually. And in a way, I'm glad I did. In a way, I wished I wouldn't have.
Why is that?
Because I've had so many chances of different ones at St. Rita's asking if they could get the windows back. And of course I sold them. Some went to Toledo, some went to Detroit. They went all over. People came from all over for them. I put an ad in the paper.
Since you've been having this here, Margaret, what have you been using it for?
Storing boats, snowmobiles, jet skis.
How old is this altogether, do you know?
I believe that it says in there in the book 1919. We got everything except the bell, as far as outside goes. And there were some men that came over here that they used to be altar boys when St. Rita's was on Kentucky Circle. And every spring they would come in, and it was a priest from Our Lady of Fatima that was in
Dunn? Or Father?
Speedawa, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Speedawa. And he used to have the boys come in with garden hoses and spray down the whole inside of the church. That's the way they cleaned it. Altars, statues, seats, everything was sprayed down with a garden hose.
What was on the floor then? Was it just...
That roof that's up there was the flooring,
Oh, wow.
and we put it up on the roof. So it is actually the flooring of the church.
Did you go to Mass in this church?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
A lot of times we'd have to stand outside there. We'd sit out on the ground. Our cars were parked in where people walked because there was no parking lot. You could park across the street in a field. Once in a while, if you were lucky, you got inside and got a seat. But the pews in that were just a flat board and 2 boards coming down to hold it up. No backs on them whatsoever. No cushions on it. And my father-in-law came down and took those apart and made everybody a picnic table out of them.
How long did it take you to put it back up?
Not long. I don't know. A couple weeks, I'd say. My brother-in-law came and laid the blocks. He was in construction. And he laid the blocks, and then we just went up with the rest of it, nut and bolted together.